Hello, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Some questions on all sorts of different things. Happy to answer them for you guys. Um, just bear with me a sec here. Um, yes, the ORB strategy worked like a charm, astrologer. It worked really, really well. We're going to discuss a little bit of the ORB. We're going to try actually see if we can play the ORB in gold. Which like right now actually, so let's say this is Asia Open, right? We have the purple red dot over here, so we're going to make this a top and see if we can get a range with a white green structure somewhere around here. Probably, I guess, yeah, I think 6 to 7 is probably like a reasonable ORB range. And this would be, if you're going to look at that, then it's probably going to be like somewhere right around here, right? That's the range. And the midpoint would be somewhere around here. Where are we? Like 64. It's basically 30. So subtract 15, about 150, right? Yeah, somewhere around here. So like this would be the mid. This would be the mid. The highs of the range are 65 or above. Lows are around 130 for the range. And we'll see how it plays out. We definitely had a great session in NASDAQ on the ORB, and all of that worked really, really well. Oh yeah, we are an hour early because of daylight savings time. Judith, you're asking me about the momentum sells, momentum buys, and all of those things. So momentum sell 91 means price has to close below 91, right? Point of control buy here, I guess we're below the moving average, has to close above 01, and when it does, it turns into a target. Just like a counter trend trade here turns into a positive trade over here, right? Matter of fact, we have like a little trigger here. We have a double dot A2 trigger here. Maybe worth trading. By the way, did I tell you I was going to take it back to 26,000? I took this account back 26,000. Let's trade the today we'll just trade the demo account because I haven't traded that all day long, so might as well try and trade that a little bit. So we'll see. Okay, let's trade this. We're going to trade the demo. We'll just trade the demo account. We'll maybe try to see if we can get this to 600, 25,600 by the end of the session. Yes. So point of control, all of these numbers based upon closing through this price. Got to beat that price on a closing basis. Okay. So that's how that answers that question. But we've actually, Judith, you weren't probably at the session early this morning where I really, really simplified things for everybody, especially those people who are trading on using wealth charts, in a sense that we can substitute every one of these trades by just simply trading the A2, the double dots. And that's a feature that we built into it a long time ago that exists in wealth charts. It's the A1 trades. It's sort of the A trades, but amplified. But basically, the criteria here is you have to have two consecutive green dots, two consecutive red dots together. If you want to filter further, you can take only trades with trend or only trades counter trend or both. Obviously, the best trades are with trend. Right now, we're still negative trend. Trend is negative, so the only really, really good double dot trades are the red ones, but we don't have any of them. So we have a counter trend trade that's a double dot green trade right now, which I took. It's literally almost the same thing as a point of control buy or any of those. They really match up nicely. The advantage of that is that you don't have to you don't have to configure any of these things. You don't have to remember any of the complex rules. You simply see, oh, I have a green double A dot. I want to go long this thing, especially if I'm trading with trend. If I'm not trading with trend, then I'll pass that up. I only take the red ones. So there's 100 different ways to essentially express the same continuity impulse, which is what we're all trading here. And this is a very simple one, mainly because you can do this in wealth charts as well. And that's actually what I'm trading in gold right now. So if you think about gold right now, gold is positive bid, right? 8 over 200 S or 8 over VWAP, either one, they're both up. And we actually now have a double dot green signal. If this thing holds 41 seconds to go, we're going to go along in our Ola account, see if we can get that going. With Nasdaq, I'm trading 20 stop, 15 target, 80 ticks, 60 ticks. With gold, I think with Ola, I have to trade 40-20 because of spreads. But if you're trading this on Futes, and even if you're trading on Futes with Ola, you probably could trade this with 40-30, as far as ticks go. So we'll see. Let me see how this is holding up so far. 8-9 seconds left, seems to be holding. So we're going to go long. We're going to go buy this this target. The great thing, of course, is that we can scale out of this position, right? We can do quarter at, and just go to break even. If it gets to like half, if it gets to about halfway dollar up or something, when we get to be positive, we can just do quarter out, which is what I love to do with this tool. This tool, for anybody who's watching me, is totally free to anybody who opens up an account with Ola, which, by the way, is giving away 50% discounts. Can't use our code. I think you have to use their code on that. With our code, you get 30%. So I'm actually humping them. Okay, I'm going to go close quarter. Close quarter, go break even, right? Close quarter, break even, get done. That got done, right? Am I done? Close quarter, go break even. I just didn't quite make the bid yet, right? So take profit is 49.17. I got to go 49.17. If it doesn't work, I'm already fully. There we go. Come on, 49.17. There we almost there. There we go, and we're out. So very, very simple trade. And in MetaTrader 5, where you're trading Ola or MetaTrader 5, this is even better because you can just partial exit, and just knock out those P&Ls as you go through. So as I said, this tool is totally yours. It's an amazing tool. Single keystroke gets you in, single keystroke gets you out. This button over here will sell quarter, sell half, sell 3/4, go to break even if you want it. I like to do it in quarters. I like to quarter my position, and then I'm out. This way, I'm always guaranteeing partial, a little bit of profit. And when you're scalping, that's the most important thing is just take money off the table as you keep going. So the signal is the A2 signal. It's a beautiful, beautiful signal. Now, the only other thing that I will say that I want to do here in the config, when you go into the A1s, I said, leave them all along. But what you want, there's only one thing. I want A requires fresh consecutive start. What that does is you don't have two A2 labels one after the other. You have to have like a pause in between. Because when you have two after the other, it's the probability of the second one working is going to be much less. It's going to have like fresh momentum moves, fresh momentum starts. So that's the only thing I put on my structure. And these are the trades on gold. You can see this isn't the real trade because this is market open. This is a negative sell that would have worked because you sold this here. You're looking just for 4 points that went 5 points down. Actually 3 points. You're looking for 3 points against 4. This one 3 points forward. This one failed. This one succeeded. So you had like 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, which is exactly where I want to be. If I can be 75, I can be 70 on this trade. I'm golden. It's the expected value of this is a very, very good trade. So that's how it shapes up. I didn't even talk about this one because this would have worked too. If you sold this one, that actually would have been 4 out of 5. It would have been 80. But let's say we're not trading counter trend trades. So that's the easy shortcut method of trading point of control and everything else. It essentially does the same thing, but it's already built in to the indicator. It's got all the dots. Who's new in the room, by the way? Who's new here today? Say hello to me wherever you're coming from. Every exotic place in the world. Somebody was here from Afghanistan the other night, which was insane. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know they had internet in Afghanistan, but that's awesome. And I'm glad you're trading like a maniac. Everybody from Middle East, say hello to me. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. Anybody from Dubai, stay away from windows. I'm kidding, guys, but seriously, our best wishes to all of you guys to stay safe. in a very tough environment right now for everybody. Hong Kong, another exciting place. Nice to have you, John. Nice to have you. Do you trade MetaTrader 5, John? Because this is the tool that we made just for scalping MetaTrader 5. As I said, it basically sits on top of the chart, lets you buy, sell, exit. All the stops and targets are all built in, and scale out partials. All you can do. So really good tool. Totally free to you if you get. Let me put the Ola. I'm gonna put the Ola link in here, guys. If you go to the website, I think their code is actually even better than ours. So I'm going to give up our code for their code because they're giving 50% off right now. So it's really worth it. Get an account on Ola and I'll send you the tool. No problem. My pleasure. What am I doing? Oh, we're still dicking around in this NASDAQ trade. Oh my God, I forgot about this fucking NASDAQ trade. Jesus. I forgot it's Asia. We could be holding this for the next 10 years and it still won't move point. All right. Well, whatever. We're holding this trade. Clearly Asia is not for the NQ beat. But remember what I told you today, guys? Remember I said I was going to try to get this back up to 26. I was down to like 25.7 when I left you, and I built it back. Every account went positive by the end of the day, just by trading double A's. And the system work on gold CFD. Yeah, I'm trading gold CFD, my friend. What do you think this is? This is gold CFD. This is gold. We're trading gold CFD with Ola, but we just have our because it's a TradingView indicator. It doesn't, it's not on TradingView. It's so I'm using it with futures, but it's same idea. Also, so the other thing that we're looking at here with gold, which I stole from Astrologer, which is a really great strategy, is what we call our .orb strategy. And that's basically, it looks at, let's say the 1800 hour to the 1900 hour of Asia, right? And we're looking for the point where the purple dot, red dot, the highest purple dot, red dot occur against the lowest green dot, the white dot, green dot. These are the turns right over here. Let me go to my trusty thing over here. See this? Sorry, where am I? Here we go. Purple dot, red dot. That's the highest point. That's the white line to the top. White dot, green dot. That's the bottom. That's the line to the bottom. We are looking to see if range gets broken to the upside. We're looking to see if gold can take out the highs. And then the trade is pretty simple. What we're trying to trade there is if this candle closes through. So it's got to be like closing 5166 on futures basis. If it kind of holds through that level, we're long, and our target and our stop is half the range. This gives us like very reasonable stops and targets. So we're not going to get stopped out quickly, but it also lets us be able to trade directionally with plenty of time. This is kind of a trade that you can do like once or twice in a session and be able to succeed. Now, conversely, if price comes up and then just doesn't hold the highs, starts coming off the highs, we can then take a shot on the fact that the tops has failed. That this is the top for now, and it's going to try to trade back down to the middle. We did this very well in NASDAQ this morning, but then after that, it gave us an incredible breakout trade when I left. As always, off stream is when we make the most money. It really played well. So now I have actually a scalp trade and a range break trade. So maybe we can take two trades, but we've got 18 seconds left. We're definitely going to take this to the long side as a scalp trade. But see, it's not holding the high. Look at that. Looky. Not holding the high. All right, we're going to be patient. No trade here. I'm not, even though this is an A2 trade, I'm not taking it because it's really not holding the high. Nope, no go. And in fact, if this starts turning red, if I get a purple dot, red dot, I'm going to short this formation because it's going to tell me that the high can't hold, meaning that they can't break the high. And then I'm just going to trade against this high with, targeting the middle. Astrology, I traded 1 micro most of the time. And then on a couple of trades, like where I had a lot more confidence, I traded 2. I don't think I went, more than that on any of them. Why do you ask? I did cheat. No, I will say I did cheat. Okay, I will tell you how I cheated, but it was a relatively intelligent cheat. There was one trade I did cheat on where I did size, meaning I did four micros. That was my size. Look at that. You see that? Can't hold the highs. You guys seeing that? Now we're looking for that purple red dot formation. If we get that, we're going to short the F out of this thing. There's the purple dot. 19 seconds to go. Let me take out my trusty magnifying glass so everybody can see this on the chart. See how nice that is? Oh, so everybody who's new in the room, guys, I have something very special for you. You can learn all these setups in our dots playbook. I put the link in here, totally free. Bookmark this thing because it has so many valuable tools for you, including how to get a hold of. I got stopped out on the. I got stopped out on. Well, what a surprise! I got stopped out on this move. Okay. So now I actually have a legit sell. Okay, in this in the eval account. So astrology, I was telling you I did cheat. What I did was when I had you remember when Trump said that they're going to end the war tomorrow or something? We had like a 200-point rally, and I could you could just tell that was like it was going to be a pure momentum rally. I was doing size on very, very short, like 5-10 points, just to get like $100 trades. I did that a couple of times because I had a lot of confidence on the move. All right, we're going to go sell this and see if we can go the other way around, or if this is going to be the merry-go-round that just yanks us up and down. But we are negative trend. I'm trading with trend, A2 signal over here. I'm going to give it a shot. See if we can get some of this move back. Let's see how much movement we get here. Oh shit! Gold is a sell. Sorry, we got to sell the gold. Okay, we're going to sell gold, but now the stops have got to be a lot higher. So we're going to go stop. What was that like? It was like a 15-point stop, right? Modify, and then we're going to do target. We'll do like because this is okay. Modify. Let's do this. Okay. So our stop is going to be like above here, and we're going to target pretty much midpoint of this thing. Now this is a swing trade. This is not a scalp trade. So we'll just watch and see how well it trades. But basically, we spiked out over here. My stop is literally basically, what am I here? 57. I'm sorry, yeah, somewhere around here. And my stop will be like around 15. 60, 70, but about 170, it'd be like right around here. So effectively I'd be like right around here. That's my stop, and my target would be somewhere around here. Right, like 149. I'll see how it plays out. In the meantime, let's see what this is doing. Doing nothing, but we can watch it. The playbook doesn't use any indicator. It's just a description of the indicator and all the functions inside of it, Wasil. The indicator itself is the indicator. Are you asking me, does the playbook have like the latest versions? I believe it does. Let's go check it out. Yeah, point of control, A setup, B setup, simple, pull away, has all the setups. Dot logic, foundation, volatility, DER regime, day trading. Yep, it's the latest version. It has everything in it. Yep. Okay, gold is just putzing around. NASDAQ also. This is why I'm trading the eval, because really you can't seriously trade like NASDAQ in Asia, I think, because the ranges are just so tight. You get all this, you get very little unidirectional flow. We did get some unidirectional flow earlier today here, but not much. I mean, NASDAQ is just a plaything right now. It's only tradable like yesterday when we had big opening events. Like right now, opening range is very, very small. I actually want to go and examine the NASDAQ range trade in just a bit, but let's just see what gold is doing. Gold is doing nothing also. So we're basically short from here. We're targeting here, stops over here off the range idea. Yeah. Well, I see. That's something, it's not hard for me to do, but I just have to find the time to do it. But I'll try to put that functionality in there. Good evening, good morning. So what are you guys trading in the room? Who trades gold? Who trades NAS? Who trades Forex? Let me know. Chime in. See, now it's starting to come down. Now, here's the cool part about, watch this. Quarter off to break even, quarter off to break even, right? Right now, I'm reduced to just basically half my position at break even. I don't really care. I can modify my take profit a little bit, modify over here, and just leave the rest over here. And the P&L just grows. And that's how we do it. Everybody trading MNQs in Asia? Yeah, it's a quiet trade. I tested another platform which I really want to trade soon, called TradeC, which is really, really cool. I think Lucid had it. Yeah. Really, it's actually a great platform for the range trade, for the ORB trade. Super, super useful. I'm going to review it, and you guys will see how it's trading. It's really cool. All right, NQ is basically stop and drop. Where's gold? Gold trying to come down to half range. We may have already gotten. Do we get taken out? Yeah, we got taken out of break even. That's great. That's fine. We got taken out of break even. We took our money, walked away. That's fine. Now, the only trades in gold that we really want to look at is probably the buy side gold. The green A2 labels. If they appear, if they do, then we can trade those. Let me actually reset my stops and targets to like 400, 200. Oops. Okay, cool. NASDAQ's doing nothing. Is this the range? What's the range of NAS? Did we open up that high? Oh, we opened up at basically to 25,000. We came down to, it's about 100-point range. Interesting. So NAS range is also kind of interesting. So this is a, session low, session high range too, that we can look at a little bit later. See if we want to, if you want to range trade the thing. That should be interesting. Here, I want to show you guys how NASDAQ traded, right? Because I want to take you through the NASDAQ trade that we did this morning on the range side and how interesting it was. Okay, so I talked about this. So the rule of thumb that we used was we start 9:30 to 10 o'clock. That's our bracket times, right? That's our bracket times. And then if you were looking at the story here, this was pretty much the highs right over here actually. And at the 10 o'clock range, this was the lows, right? And there was one fake out move here. Did we do the fake out move? Kind of broke the lows, right? We broke the lows here, but didn't really extend. Yeah, there was a small breakdown move here from 1030. This candle over here, if you took this 77, it went down to 65 and then just completely reversed. So you didn't you did not have a breakdown trade. But then then it actually came back into a range. I think honestly, I think that's a lot of people who are trading ORB basically make the argument that, listen, if it comes back into range, right? It comes back into range and holds range, you reverse. You just reverse and then use this as a stop. Use this as a stop. That's probably the right way to do it. So we broke the range, didn't continue for the full 100 points. Came back into the range. You can use that as a stop. If you get stopped out twice, then don't bother. But holding this, as a secondary thing, you made it to to halfway point. Then what was interesting is that we're trading. And this is where it got interesting, I think, like late in the afternoon. Where was this? Yeah. Where's my top? Where's the top line? Oh, sorry. Never mind, guys. I'm on the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. I'm on gold. I'm giving you like all the wrong information. Sorry. Okay. That was retarded. Okay. So let's do this correctly. So we were, why is this? Sorry, I'm just trying to pull this up properly. Okay, here's how it looked. 9 to 10 o'clock. This was the range. Sorry, this was the range, right? We held the bottom. We actually got long because we held the bottom. That's correct. We held the bottom, went to halfway point. We're great, right? Now remember, the top of the range was this level. This was the midpoint. This was the top of the range. We break the top of the range actually when we went off stream. You're exactly right, astrologer. We went off stream. We break it, never go back. Break the top of the range, and then that moves another 100 points in that direction. And then it just kept breaking all the way, which was really, really great. And if you wanted to kind of adjust it, you could have adjusted it over here. This would have been your midpoint, like somewhere around here. And we kept breaking it over here and holding the break, and then we really broke up when Trump came in and took it higher. Then we came back into the range, I guess. Well, the old range. This was the absolute highs, right? came back into the range. This is the mid. This would be the midpoint, I guess. Where's the low? Yeah. No. Where's the low? Here. This would be the midpoint. And then I think there was one more really, really interesting breakout right here. Boom. That's the one I traded actually for the close, where this was pretty obvious was going to go, and it just goes for like this is the kind of trade we absolutely love. And if you can see, the green labels just nothing but printing money. This one this would have retraced back against you because the volatility was too hard, but these two just totally made money for you right away. You know, trading this with a 20-point stop is just very, it's suicidal. You had an 89, came back all the way to, it's like a 40-point stop to a higher, but that was also at the close of the day. So, whatever. Anyways, it's really interesting because that's where, that's how the day, shaped up as far as that goes. Yeah. I was trading NQ, guys. Sorry. I realized I was trading. I had it on gold, the wrong thing. Man, this thing is just slow, right? Slow. But we are negative trend, so we're going to stay with this incredibly slow trade. See if we have any chance to come down, test the lows. How's the gold doing right now? Okay, gold pretty much came down into that mid-range for us, right? We came off here. We're still positive trend. So if gold gives us a green A2 label, we definitely want to take that. Yeah, it's molasses. It's definitely molasses. Very, very quiet. But we still got trades. We made nice money to the upside in gold on the scalps, and then we made nice money on the range on the ORB trade where we sold the top and pretty much took it to midpoint level and exited out. See, gold's popping up a little bit. 21 seconds left. 19. Oh, we got filled on. We finally got filled on this. So NASDAQ trade goes well for us. Now we got the gold trade, which is going to, I believe, hold 5-10 seconds. Yeah, we're going to take the trade. So we're going to go buy. See, I just hit the buy button, just the buy button, and the tool put me right into the trade. And then then we'll see if we want to scale out a quarter if we get any kind of movement here. We'll see. It's our spreads, 42 cent spread. So it's, it ain't small. NQ trying to break the low. All right, well, I got to manage this trade for a sec. So we're going to go quarter off on this, quarter off on this. Now I'm at half, locked in, and I'm out. Beautiful. Actually, not locked out. I TP'd. We TP'd on everything. Beautiful. So now we can go look at NASDAQ. Where do you see the NASDAQ trying to test the lows? It hasn't hit the session lows yet. But I will say this. Trading the A labels in the direction of the trend is absolutely the highest probability trade, right? I mean, you see this even in NAS. This trade, I mean, this took forever. This was our entry. It eventually got down here. You actually had a secondary entry here, which you could have made a little bit of money on. And on gold, we took the longs over here, longs over here. They all worked really, really well. And we could have taken the longs prior and longs prior here. All of them worked well. This long worked very well, nicely too. The shorts also would have worked, but and gold probably is the better one. Like I think if you're going to trade contra trend trades, gold is probably the best of the contra trend traders. But generally, the trend trades is the ones that really, really give you the highest probability of hit rate. And gold definitely did that for us today. Nothing much going on over here, but we're negative trend. So we'll see how, if we can get more labels. Judith, isn't it much easier to have the A2 labels than to have to worry about point of control and momentum sell and counter trend buys? There are too many things to keep track of. New York opening hours are 1 hour earlier to you. They're regular hours to us because we just changed time. So I guess it's 1 hour earlier to you if you're not on daylight savings time. That's correct. I don't know if that's good or bad for people. Keith says much better. Is it much better? If you're in Australia, is it shorter time for you now? Is it better? For Australia, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, a bit better. Cool. Yes, it's actually like light outside at 7 o'clock in the evening, which is a miracle. Oh, so it's like 11:30 instead of 12:30 on the open. That's cool. I may be out your way, guys. I may be back in Melbourne by the end of this year because the same conference I was at last year is doing a big shindig. So they may want to bring us in. We'll see. I'll definitely be in Dubai, assuming everything is settled by September. That's actually a crazy thought. I mean, Dubai Expo is in October, I think. Man, I can't imagine this thing lasting that long. Well, last time I actually flew through Brisbane, so maybe I'll stop. I'd love to see it. Brisbane reminded me of Miami. Like the 5 minutes I saw of Brisbane, but it was fun. Anything that reminds me of Miami is a winner. Brisbane is the coffee capital. Oh no, Melbourne is the coffee capital. Yeah, guys. Your coffee is fine. It's just fine. Okay. I know you like to think that you're the best, but it's okay. I'm not a wowed over. Flat white is just basically a glorified version of latte. Yeah. It looked like it was booming. Brisbane looked like it was just booming. Oh, Melbourne migrated to Brisbane, so it's better. Yeah. Seattle is the coffee capital. Also another really pretentious city. I think super. We gotta sell in NAS. Let's play around with that. Why not? Legit sell into the on trend into session lows. Let's see if it works. I may just move my target a little bit here just to give myself a little nudge. What's gold doing with itself? Gold is doing nothing. Gold has got a counter trend signal. So I'm not really vibing the. I'm not gonna trade the counter trend signal. I'd rather trade if gold wants to sell off, come back down. I'll wait till the trend turns down. We've had a lot of. Oh, good. Look at that. We got done. See what I tell you? What I tell you? Look at that. Boom, boom. We got done. You guys want to see it? Let me show it to you on the charts so you can see it. Here's all the execution marks, right? Boom, 88 down to 79. Nice buy. This one took forever. Nice sell. I mean, nice sells. Nice sells. Just trading with trend on the A2s. Really can't do too much harm doing that. And now breaking session lows too, which is nice. Is that what it's called? Gold Coast? Brisbane is called the Gold Coast? Because in America, we have the Gulf Coast and the Gold Coast too. You know what the American Gold Coast and the American Gulf Coast are? No? Who in America knows what? Come on, anybody from Florida here? Hi, Malaysia. Welcome to the house. Mohammed, you have literally win for your handle. Your handle is bigger than the English alphabet. Holy shit. I couldn't even begin to pronounce your name, Mohammed. I'm just going to call you Mo. But welcome. That's insane. How many letters are in your handle? You literally are bigger than the English alphabet in that handle. That's amazing. It's different. It's like Miami. Well, the Gold Coast in America is in Florida. Come on, where are my Florida peeps at? Who can tell these Australians what the Gold Coast is in America? Oil? No, no. All right, so Florida is a panhandle, right? Oh, there you go. So Jamie, you know the Gulf Coast, right? The Gulf Coast. So Florida is a panhandle, and the eastern side of Florida, especially like from West Palm Beach all the way down to Miami, where pretty much all of New York City lives, right? Basically, New York City lives from West Palm Beach to Miami, right? And that part of Florida is called the Gold Coast. And then on the Panhandle side, on the west side of Florida, the way Florida works is everybody from New York goes to West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Miami. Everybody from Chicago goes to oh my God, I'm really losing my mind. Oh, what is the Sarasota, and what's the other? Oh my God, what is the? This is truly Alzheimer's coming in. What the fuck is the really really ritzy place on the Gulf Coast? Come on, Florida people, help me out. The most expensive place? No, not Tampa. The most expensive place, Naples. Thank you, Naples. Jesus Christ, thank you, Jamie. So everybody in Chicago goes to Naples and Sarasota, and that's called the Gulf Coast. So that's how it plays out. So everybody's got their little bougie winter domiciles, depending on where you live in America. It's really amazing. I mean, if you go to Naples, you will find 0 New Yorkers. And if you go to Boca Raton, you will find 0 Chicagoans, right? It's not like it's a big difference. It's a 3-hour ride across the state. But it's amazing how birds of a feather huddle together. Really, really interesting. Naples is truly the bougiest of all bougie places. We used to have a client there, and they would take us like wine and dine us, and it was just insane. Miami's Cubans and Venezuelans. Yes, my favorite people. I love the Cubanos. Everybody thinks, by the way, it's another interesting thing about America. Oh, we're making fresh lows, guys. All right, let's see if we get another A1 label. Let me just see, how's gold trading? Oh, look at this. Looky. We actually have an inkling of a short signal here in gold. 31 seconds left, right? We're negative trend on gold. A2 kind of opening up. Let's see if it holds. Because it's got to hold. It's very, very tepid. It's not like it's a firm sell here. 16 seconds doesn't hold. It's fine. But gold made that little arc out. Let's see where it wants to go if they want to run it to session lows. It's barely holding bid right now. So we held the 200 SMA. I think this is the VWAP. We actually held the VWAP, right? Yeah, the VWAP. Held the VWAP. Yeah. So there's another thing that freaks out anybody who's not American. It freaks out a lot of Americans who've never been, like, to Miami, but it definitely freaks out foreigners. Is like when you fly into Miami International Airport, the first language that's spoken on the speaker is not English. It's Spanish. It's Spanish first everywhere in the city, which just freaks people out, especially, like people from the Midwest. And I can't tell you because I'm dark, and I look like I could be a Cuban. Whenever I'm in Miami, always the first question to me is in Spanish, and only when I say, yeah, soy cubano, they turn back to English. But it's really hilarious. It is the one place of America that does not feel like America at all, which is great. I love it. It's really a fun place. Oh, maybe turning a little bit here. Let's see. We held the VWAP at the 50 level too. Costa Rica. Never been there, but my wife is dragging me to the Dominican Republic for spring break. So I will report back from there. See if I survive. I know. It's funny. It's funny. But nothing is funnier than Americans speaking basically like Mexican Spanish in Spain. If you ever want to see like disdain on people's face, Spaniards are assholes anyways, but if you want to see disdain on their faces, it's the funniest thing to hear them. Americans try to speak Spanish, basically Mexican Spanish, to Spaniards in Madrid. It's always hilarious. So we're holding bid, very, very quiet session. Not much going on here. Trump didn't say anything interesting. Although I will say that the most interesting thing, and I did this video, and everybody's watched that video because it's gotten really a lot of views, about the whole idea that the next point of pressure is going to be the Strait of Hormuz, right? I mean, they're probably gonna bomb the shit out of them for this whole week. They probably have like another week worth of just complete annihilation of the Iranian ballistic missiles. And once they've, completely flattened them out, it doesn't take more than a couple of thousand Marines. But actually, it's not Marines. Apparently, the 82nd Airborne, which is specialized in high action warfare, is on call right now. Is on full alert. I don't know how big they are, but it doesn't take more than a force of 3,000-5,000 men probably, and they can capture the whole Karg Island. If they capture Karg Island, which is where 90% of Iranian refinery takes place, it's a major monopoly play. Somebody said something really funny, and I thought it was kind of really true. They said, "Gee, who would have thought that Trump is good at playing Monopoly?" And I'm like, he's literally playing geopolitics the way you play Monopoly, like he's just buying up. Instead of buying up properties, he's using the military to just appropriate properties, and then he's going to charge everybody rent. And you may hate this, but you gotta, don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. The game is played masterfully the way he's been playing it the last couple of months. We have the Venezuelan oil. What if we capture Karg Island and then now we have control of the Iranian oil? That really puts U.S. in a very, very favorable position. But I just thought it was funny. It's like, oh, gee, who would have thought a real estate guy is good at playing Monopoly? And I guess it's true. I really feel like we're playing Monopoly with geopolitics these days. All right, gold is holding in there. Yep. I mean, that's the play. That's the play. You know, the whole idea is to make that play with minimal and ideally zero casualties. The way you do that is you just annihilate all their forces via air. So another week's worth of just bombing the living shit out of every IRGC target there is. I think they didn't kill. I heard that they injured Khamenei's son now, who's the new Shia cleric, which was actually bad, because if he survives, that creates a whole martyr, Messiah complex. So they need to make sure they kill him hard. So we'll see, we'll see what they do next with him. But they really are just pounding them mercilessly right now. Somebody says air carriers left Gulf after they snatched Maduro. Yep. Trump is definitely, yep. Yep. Secure Venezuela and they go after the Gulf Resort. Yep. I mean, that's the place. Somebody was saying that, China is really not hurting that badly because something like 30% of their fleets now is electric vehicles. So they're not, their gasoline consumption has really come down a lot. But I mean, gasoline is only just one component of energy production. Natural gas. And besides the fact, those EV vehicles are going to be such an environmental nightmare for China. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the pictures of like these, it's like throwing away batteries. It's just millions and millions and millions of just leaky batteries that they're going to throw away. Because once the battery dies, that car is just unusable, right? You have to change batteries to do it. But props to them that EV, they really did create the only EV infrastructure in the world that's working. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of demographic problems. They have massive real estate issues. Real estate was 25% of Chinese GDP. So when that blew up, that created like depression-like type of hole in the economy, which is only being plugged by essentially government spending. Audi chief said petrol is here to stay. Unless you can create a battery that you can recharge in 5 minutes. I can't tell you, like, one of the reasons why I never really wanted a electric car. I've never driven in Teslas. They're fine, but they're not like eye-opening. Like it's not like a difference between an abacus and a computer. It's just still gets me there. It's got nice cameras. Who gives a shit? The drive is marginally different. I love my Mini more than I love my life itself. So I did not think that Tesla beat my Mini. But the main thing is I don't want to be 35 minutes on a recharge. Okay. The gasoline pump transaction is literally 90 seconds. Even 5 minutes would feel like a lifetime, but can you imagine 10 times that? It's just too long. It's one of the reasons why, I don't think EVs have really taken off in the US market. Americans love convenience. Bouncing off the session lows here, guys. Should we trade we actually have a legit reason to trade. Let's do this. Why not? We'll see if it works. Small trade here. I'm going to buy this. This is actually fine. This is underneath the lows, right? I'm going to try and trade half. Well, not half the range. That's fine. I'm just going to take this range. But I'm basically trading the fact that we held the range. And one of the reasons why I went long this trade, we'll see if it works or not, is that one of the guys in my room who trades this pattern all the time tells me that it's like an 85% accuracy pattern. The pattern that he trades is the white dot, green dot, the turn pattern, right? He loves this pattern. So I'm like, I basically took that pattern because I saw it here and it was session lows. Let's see if it, if this plays out, hits our targets. Maybe I'll just move the target just a little bit lower. See if we can get it up here. See how it goes. In the meantime, what's gold doing? Oh, gold is finally giving us a sell signal. Oh, where's my gold? Gold, sell. All right, we short gold. Now, the reason why I went short gold here is we're negative trend, and we finally got a legit A2 sell signal. Can it retrace against me? Yes, it can. It's a big trade, and I might get stopped out on this thing. We'll see. Yeah, I got stopped out. Okay, that happens. Now, there's only two ways to fight this. You can say, well, I'm going to trade a much larger stop, but then you have to take a much larger target, or you just simply eat it and just wait for the next signal. It's fine. We can take the next signal, and we will be fine with it. You can't win them all. There's a legit signal, but it's always going to be like when you have a big drop like this, there's a 10-point drop, a 4 or 5 point retrace is almost a given. You just have to, it's rare that you're going to get pure extension this way. So I'll trade, if this is a true negative trend, there'll be a second red label. We'll take that one. I'm actually, still trading that, the same 40-30 target, 20-point target, 20-point stop, 15-point target. I'm not really changing anything around. And it looks like, I don't know, the turn did not happen, or at least it happened, but it didn't quite hit our targets here on NASDAQ. So we'll see how it goes. Very sloppy, quiet day today. But so far they're holding the lows. Let's see. I mean, they're holding the range lows, right?
Hello.
Just waiting for a text from my daughter. Oh, there we go. And the range held, and the trade held. Good for us. So that the ORB, the .orb, actually worked nicely in NASDAQ, and totally worked. Now the only thing that's left for us is to see if we can get a secondary sell signal in gold here into the trade. You already took the turn trade, already closing profit. Good for you. Yeah, so Lee, I'm really essentially keeping the whole thing is I changed my mentality to just keeping very tight stops, accepting the stop losses, and betting on the fact that over 10, 20, 30 trades in a day, I'm going to come out victorious, which I did, which I have. As you can see, you saw me today. I bled out to all these accounts, and they all came out 100 points ahead of where we were by the end of the account. Even this account is ahead so far. I'm going to try and target 600 on this account, and then maybe turn to the other accounts as I trade them. Where's gold doing? Nothing much going on over here in gold. Hey Tom, good evening. Oh, you guys hear my vicious dogs? Ready to attack, always. All right, gold doing very, very quiet, very much nothing. How's Nas doing? The mayor came to visit. Oh, that they would definitely bark at the mayor. I would have them, attack the mayor. My terrorist mayor. Yeah, they're real killers. It's a Pomeranian and a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix. I can't tell you how much money the Pomeranian has cost me in medical bills from starting fights with dogs, 10 times his size, where I had to pull him out of, I've had to put him out of a pit bull's jaws and rush him to the vet. I think it's really like the cost of a small BMW that dog has cost me. Oh, Cocker Spaniels are really, really sweet. My sister has Cocker Spaniels. That's all she has. Oh, yeah, super easy, Gloria. Super easy. Let me show you how you get that, how you get the A2. Okay, I'm just watching the charts here. Just 1 second. I just want to see what's going on here. Yeah, okay, nothing's going on. Okay, so Gloria, it's very, very easy. You're going to go in here, right? We're going to go into the A setup, which is right over here, A setup, right? And the main thing you want to do is it's defaulted to 1 dot. You want to have 2 dots required. You want 2 dots consecutive, and A setup requires fresh consecutive start. This is the only structure that you want to have. And I have it set up to both, trend and counter trend. So if you structure that, and if you're using that on wealth charts, it's the same thing on wealth charts. You just need to choose the drop down dots. Oh yeah, he's definitely a libertarian Pomeranian. I'm not, libertarians are assholes in my opinion. He's just a liberal with a small L. Got it? Yeah. And then you're all set. You took the NQ short from where? From here? Like where did you where'd you nail the short from? All right, we are challenging session lows. Again, this time we might crash them. Okay, I don't have wealth charts turned up, Tom. If you go to wealth charts, if you right click on the chart and you say add indicators, then you go to marketplace, more indicators, Boris Schlossberg, and click on me and then dots only. Off the first dot, as soon as the dot appeared, you just use the dot as a you just bum rushed that short. Good for you. I like how everybody uses dots completely differently in their own unique fashion. Fresh session lows. Let's see if we want to sell the fresh. If we hold the red dot, I'm going to sell the fresh session lows. It's not there yet, Tom? I'll double check. Really? Okay, I'll double check. I'll ask him first thing tomorrow morning. Oh, look at that. Look at that sell. Look at that big sell. All right, should we go? All right, we'll take the bump. We're gonna probably regret this on a retrace basis. So I'm just gonna take a short clip. See if I can make just tiny bit of money here on a continuity move. See if it comes down on me. Come on, baby. It did break fresh session lows. Come on. Tom, you going to be in New York session trade tomorrow? Because I'll talk to them beforehand, and hopefully they can set it up, by New York session open. Okay, come on. Hit me. There we go. Come on. I'm just gonna exit out. If this trade can't get all the way to the bottom, I'm not gonna trade it. Okay. All right. Well, I'll double check for you anyways. I had no patience. It did go down. I had no patience. Okay, I'll be trading Asia tomorrow, so ping me that. I absolutely should have it by then. They should have done it on Friday. Yeah. So astrologist saying, hey, should we look for an ORB trade? So in order for us to even begin to think about an ORB trade, we need a white dot, green dot combo. We need a turn combo to kind of make this a reasonable bottom, right? A reasonable bottom on the session lows. So we'll see if we got a couple minutes. We'll see if it actually forms. But if it does, we could probably trade that. Why not copy in all of them? I don't know. What do you think, Andre? Give me an idea why. Okay. Yeah. No. I have the emails, Tom. Yeah. No, I sent it to them. I'm going to check with them again. I know it's a different email address, right? That's the thing. Andre, why do you think I don't trade copy them? What would be a reason that I don't trade copy them? Anybody else? Everybody else in the room, give me why do I not trade copy my accounts like every other fake influencer on YouTube? That's right, baby. Brian says never put all your eggs into one basket. Exactly. I blew up an account today, Andre, because I was a complete and total tilt. There's no such thing as not trusting the process. You don't trust myself. Do you trust yourself 100%? You think you're a perfect human being without any flaws or structures? You think you execute perfectly every single time? I trust my process implicitly. I just don't trust myself. My biggest problem is not the process, it's myself. I burnt an account earlier today. I showed everybody. precisely because I just totally fucking tilted. If I was trade copying, all these accounts would be gone, right? So that's the whole point. That's why we don't trade copy. Wasil says, I thought I made a mistake once, but I was mistaken. Gold is down again. Oh, we're getting a turn here, guys. Let's see what gold is doing. A2 session, A2 trading gold. You're right. Let's see if we can trade gold a little bit. Give ourselves another chance at a trade here. See if gold goes our way. Nope. And let's see, is NASDAQ turning? Look at that. We're getting a white dot, green dot. We're gonna try and take this trade against the session lows. Again, against the session lows. Look at this. We really are turning. Let's see if this is a tradable bottom. 18 seconds left. Two seconds left. I'm going to buy this. And we got to stay now underneath the session lows, right? That's the thing. And what I would do in this case, honestly, guys, is I actually would. I was going to say if I can't come down, where am I? 62. Maybe I come down to like 55 on the bid, somewhere around here. And this would be my stops. This would have to be a big, session turn trade here, but because you got so much room, you really have to kind of average, blend out a price a little bit. I think maybe I'll actually blend out a price right over here. See if it holds. Where's gold doing? Gold doing nothing. Really, honestly, kind of surprising at how quiet gold is, right? Well, maybe, what is it? Oh, was this the Shanghai Open? Oh, this was the Shanghai Open. Oh, man, Clean Cyber, why didn't you tell me? I totally forgot this was the Shanghai Open. I should have never traded this. This is the biggest sucker bet in the world. But the Shanghai Open did direct us down. So that's usually a pretty good signal that we're going to get more downside price action in gold. So, oh man, I totally forgot this was the Shanghai Open. All right, gold is working a little bit here. A little bit. I mean, the turn is working here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take this out here. Come on. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get rid of this. It was good enough. The ORB turn, good enough to make a little money here for our P&L. Mainly because I got to go soon. My daughter's coming back, and I just wanted to see, if we can manage the gold a little bit here. One thing that I really don't like to do is manage two products at the same time. If I'm scalping, I want to scalp only one or two. I mean, I want to scalp one at a time, right? All right, so quarter off to break even. Quarter off to break even. Boom, I'm break even. Good enough. All right, we took a little bit of money on the gold on quarter off. It was really not a movable trade. Should have moved here 2 or 3 minutes ago. Didn't really move, so we took a little bit of it. Gold very much net positive. NASDAQ net positive for the session, so not bad. And actually, it keeps going. That the white dot, green dot off the lows, really trading well. Everybody trading the ORB turn very nicely. I guess no, you're right. I don't know. So actually, it's a good question. That's actually a really good question. Was that really the Shanghai Open, or was it not? Shanghai to New York time. So it's 12 hours exactly. Yeah, I mean, it isn't 8 a.m. Shanghai open for gold. What time is Shanghai open in gold? Noted. No, it's 1 hour later. You're right. It's going to be 9 o'clock for us. So daytime session 9 because they're 12 hours. Interesting. Okay. Yep. 20. Yeah, Tokyo opened up early, but it's really it's really 9 o'clock. The 9 o'clock trade that's gonna be interesting in gold. But anyways, I mean, I think all is good. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, baby. My daughter is getting bat mitzvah this weekend, so you can imagine the insanity in my house right now as we're getting ready. Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I got confused. So it's going to be 9 o'clock now. Anyways, you know what's good is that we did discover a really nice, clean little ORB turn off the sessions. And, you know, Sandy, who trades with us in the morning in New York, swears by the green dot, white dot, by the white dot, green dot structure. So, you know, I think he's proving himself very much correct. I mean, he's really good trader. He's gotten funded many, many times. He's traded a huge amount of trades. So he's I kind of, you know, when people do a lot, like 1,000, 2,000 trades with my indicators, I trust what they do because they have a lot of data on there, you know, to back them up. So this really worked nicely, very, very nicely. Is gold still shooting down? Yeah, gold, if we were a little bit patient, still like slowly crawling down, but just nothing much going on over here. Anyways, guys, please get a couple of Ola accounts if you want. Everybody who's new here, I really, really appreciate it. As I said, the discount with them, I forgot their discount is even bigger. It's a 50% discount. And I'm happy to give you the tools. I'm actually, one of the things that I've done, you see, by the way, you actually can see it. You can see that the dot indicator on MT5, I made the dot indicator on MT5 too. So I'm happy to give that to you too. If you get some, you know, Ola accounts, I'm happy to give you the indicator on MetaTrader 5 so you can trade it there as well. Yeah, I feel like we're really getting into the groove with our trading now. Even when the markets are difficult, we're managing to kind of hang in there and squeeze out the P&L. So really, really good. All right, guys, everybody stay safe. Have a great evening, great morning for those of you guys in Asia. We are 9 o'clock tomorrow. And then the really, really cool news is Sam is coming in to join me for CPI trading on Wednesday. That's already on YouTube. The event is already posted. So for those of you who want to trade CPI with us, that's going to be Wednesday, 8 o'clock, special edition. Sam and I are going to trade it together. So it should be a lot of fun. We're going to really put a lot of this stuff to the test. Wow. Clean silver made $4,000 last night. That's awesome. Last night was insane. But yeah, that's really, really good. That's really, really good. I'm glad you guys are hitting all the trades. Like I said, the beautiful thing about dots is you can trade it 100 different ways. And we just try to put it the easiest way we can for you. Judith, are you there? I just wanted to see what whether you found the A2 dots an easy structure. I really think the A2 structure is just the easiest one for every trade, right? It's just super clean on the phone. Oh, there's my little baby. Yep, buzzing you in. Okay, buzzing you in. Yeah, buzzing you in. Buzzing you in. Thank you, Gloria. Really, really good job. Everybody, all the ladies, very nice. Thank you, Lee. I'll see everybody tomorrow, 9 o'clock. All right, everybody enjoy, and hopefully we're going to knock it out of the ballpark. Have a great night, guys. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.